Pokemon cries can be some of the most iconic sounds in gaming, but what if your Pokemon just decides to speak human out of nowhere? Talking Pokemon have been in the franchise longer than you'd like to admit, but how exactly does this happen? Well, let's look at some of the examples. The easiest is Pokemon that naturally have this ability. Copycat has a Doduo that replicates human speech. This is due to the fact that Doduo is a bird, some of which have the ability to replicate multiple sounds in the real world. The same goes for Archer's Murkrow that repeats the secret passcode to unlock the electricity room, which is one of my favorite moments in all of Pokemon, just for how clever it is. And of course, there is Chatot, who can say literally whatever you want with its signature move Chatter. That is until Game Freak realized that this was probably a big mistake.
Team suck.
Aside from birds, Zoroark is able to communicate when disguised as a human, which probably comes packaged with the illusion ability, and Rotom can speak when put inside a Pokédex. This is probably because the Pokédex has a speaker, and that's just the easiest explanation. Everything falls apart when we get to Pokemon Sun and Moon, where almost any Pokemon says something in human speak for no reason. Why is Sudowoodo talking to me? I've got no idea what's going on here. There's nothing special about these Pokemon, they're literally just hanging around. If you really want to give this a solid reason for existing, you could blame it on the aura literally spilling out onto the Alola region. But aside from that, I'm stumped. Finally is another one of my favorite moments in Pokemon, as in Sword and Shield we meet Calyrex, who uses its psychic abilities to speak through Peony. This is just great. I've got no complaints, no curiosities, just solid execution. So far, this is a pretty fun little batch of talking Pokemon, and they make for great experiences throughout the games. But of course, things get weird in the anime. When it comes to the Pokemon anime, several Pokemon can communicate through telepathy. These are mostly legendary and mythical Pokemon like Mewtwo and Jirachi. Both of these are psychic types, so the telepathy makes sense. Some other Pokemon have this ability just because. Sure, these are meant to be special and powerful Pokemon, but how do you speak telepathically without being a psychic type? I've noticed this seems to be a little more common in some of the later Pokemon movies, and I just can't stand behind it. Lucario can speak telepathically because of its aura, I guess, so maybe you can just apply this to the other Pokemon. Aura is in just about everything in Pokemon and always just works as an easy answer to explain things. But it's not a satisfying answer. The most famous talking Pokemon is Team Rocket's Meowth, who straight up learned human speech through hard work and dedication, and he's frequently mind controlled by other Pokemon so that they can speak similar to Calyrex. But the existence of Meowth possibly implies that almost any Pokemon could potentially learn to speak. There are a few other Pokemon that seem to do this, and it might give us the answer to the Pokemon in Alola. Of course, the games and anime are separate canons, sometimes, but they typically tend to operate on the same logic, so I would say that this is possible. Let me bring up another strange thing. A frequently asked question concerning the Pokemon anime is, do Pokemon only say their names, or are they named after the only thing they can say? And on top of that, think about this. If Pokemon had the potential to speak, this suddenly makes a little more sense. And you could get into the theories about Pokemon and humans evolving from the same species, but I mean, come on. This is a frog dinosaur with a plant growing out of its back. I think being able to speak isn't so far-fetched, all things considered. When it comes down to it, talking Pokemon have made for some of my favorite moments, but also greatest frustrations. And really, it's just one aspect of the franchise, adding to everybody's individual experiences. We'll just have to keep listening. But anyway, hey, this is GatorX, and let me know what you think about talking Pokemon. Which method is your favorite, and in which medium, whether it be the games or the anime? Like I said, my personal favorites are the bird Pokemon, because that makes a little more sense, and especially with the Murkrow moment, because that was just a really clever way of utilizing that. Same with Calyrex. I think it just really made sense for these Pokemon in these games. It was just really cool to see. But if you'd also like to support or check out some of my other adventures, discussing ReZero, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s on the anime channel every week, as well as hopefully some gaming videos coming up, especially with Splatoon 3 on the horizon. Those are all linked in the description, iCards and cards as well. But if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like and subscribe to show your support. And if you'd like to further show your support, if you're able to, you can click that applause button below the video. But regardless, you can enable notifications by clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button. It'll make sure you see each new video as it comes out here. Anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.